Today on our Dare to Compare tour, we're at QuietFlex. Founded in 1976, the QuietFlex brand is well known today as the preferred provider of high-quality, low-cost flexible duct for the HVAC industry, and as a leading supplier of niche fiberglass blanket products for applications over a wide variety of industries. For more information about the QuietFlex line of products, you can visit www.quietflex.com. Joining me now is Artie Topi, the President and General Manager of QuietFlex. Artie, how are you today?
Good, Mark. How are you doing?
Real good. Good to see you.
Yes, sir.
Artie, would you give us an overview of the QuietFlex organization?
Sure. One of the things that many manufacturers sometimes forget that we haven't forgot at QuietFlex is that to be successful, the customer has to be number one. So everything we do in manufacturing and quality and customer service and inventory control is aimed at making sure that customer is satisfied with doing business with us.
And what are some of the things that you do that maybe some of your competitors don't?
Well, I know one of the things that we do is we are always at a 2 to 5 day lead time. And sometimes you ship us an order and we'll ship it out the next day or that day. But we really stressed making sure that all product is shipped to you within the lead time that you desire the product. The other thing that is we're very responsive to the customer need. If a customer wants us to go out and call in a contractor with them, we do it.
Wow, well that's very impressive, Artie. Tell you what, why don't we take a look inside the plant and get a closer look at some of these products?
Absolutely.
Okay, here we are on the plant floor. As you can see, I've got my safety glasses on because at QuietFlex they make flexible duct, but they don't flex on safety. And here with me now is Joe Campbell.
Hi Mark, welcome to QuietFlex Houston.
Thanks Joe, I appreciate it. Joe is the Vice President of Operations here at QuietFlex. So Joe, why don't you tell us a little bit about what's going on here on the plant floor?
Okay. We're currently in the core and jacket area. Our construction of our product is 3 main pieces. We have an outer jacket, the insulation, and then the inner core.
Okay.
This is the area where we make the inner core. We make basically from sizes 3-inch all the way up to size 22-inch,
okay,
based on the customer application. And we have multiple capabilities on all these lines to do different changeovers and adjust any customer demand. And we also do different lengths. Our standard length is a 25-foot duct, that's kind of industry standard, okay, but we also can do them all the way up to 50 feet, and we have smaller ones we do down to 8 and 10 foot based on what the customer desires for their application.
So tell me a little bit about some of your employees here. Do you have a lot of long-term employees around?
Matter of fact, in this area, this is the most complicated part of our process. And we tend to have our higher seniority employees. Many of them have been doing this for at least 10 years.
Wow.
And longer in some cases. Matter of fact, the number 3 employee in the whole company is the engineer that supports all of these operations.
Really? So the third guy that you ever hired is still working here?
Exactly.
That is amazing. Say I want to start making flex duct. Can I just go out, buy one of these machines and start Mark's Flex Duct?
Right. These machines are all been manufactured in-house. There's a lot of knowledge that goes into not only the design and fabrication of the machine, but also in running the machine. So it'd take quite a while as a new person in this business to get good at it.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about what we have right here. We've got a bunch of different size discs on the wall. What are these for?
This is part of our quality control plan. Basically, an operator at the beginning of the shift, and whenever he changes over from one product family to another, he uses these gauges. He makes one part, and then he puts the part on the gauges to verify that the part is to spec for diameter. You can see they're all marked on the different diameters for the different sizes, and he basically takes the core, he slides it over this. This is the min tolerance, and this is the max tolerance. So he needs to get it over the first gauge, but not go over the second gauge. Okay. And that tells him that the product's in spec, and then he's authorized to run.
And it looks like it's pretty close tolerance there. It looks like only about 1/8 of an inch.
Yeah, it's about 1/8 of an inch.
Wow. Right. Okay. Well, we've learned a lot here about the inner core. Why don't we go take a look and see what we can learn about the outer core?
All right, let's go.
Great. Okay, Joe. Here we are, and we're at the line where you produce the outer jacket. So tell us a little bit about what goes into that.
Okay. Well, basically, for all of our products for the different sizes, we produce what we call our silver jacket, and that's basically the outer shell of the flex duct. You can see here the operator is actually producing the part. Our standard length is 25 feet, but we also do longer lengths. We do up to 50 feet depending on the customer application.
Okay, so this is the outer jacket then, right? Boy, that is some strong stuff.
You can see it's actually this is our scrim material, and you actually see it's woven into the inner and outer films, and that gives it its strength so that as it's being used in the field and be installed into the house, it keeps it very strong, so if it gets caught on anything, it doesn't tear. It's very resistant to tear, and it really helps from a standpoint of being able to ease of installation in the field.
Boy, it's a lot stronger than it looks.
Yeah, it's quite a nice product.
Well, okay, we've seen how we've produced the inner core and the outer jacket. Why don't we go over and see how we put it all together?
Let's go.
Okay, Joe, it looks like what we've got here is where we do the final assembly of the finished product. Is that right?
That's correct.
So can you tell me a little bit about this machine?
Well, we tend to not want to talk about the machines because we feel like we've got a lot of proprietary information that goes into our packaging, because packaging is an important aspect of our operation. And as a result, I just assume not put that on a video, but for any existing or potential customer that wants to come see it, we'd be more than happy to show them.
Just come on down here, you can get them a tour.
Exactly, personal tour.
Great, what do you have here?
Well, actually, what I wanted to talk about, you can see we've got the product coming off the line there. Along with that, we've got all of our product color-coded. We basically have three main colors. We have a yellow, a green, and a white, and that's for the different R values of the product. So you have the different sizes along with the different R values. So it's very easy for the customer to detect. If he sees yellow, he knows it's R4.2. If he sees green, it's R8, and if he sees white, it's R6.
Great.
So it's a nice visual aid for the customer for as far as storing in his warehouse and be able to see, okay, I know exactly what I have in my inventory.
Great.
Okay, well let's move on and we'll show you the mat lines.
Okay. As I mentioned earlier, QuietFlex is well known for its flexible duct and textile fiberglass. Let's take a closer look at this textile mat and the processes used to manufacture it.
Okay, Mark. Basically, this is one of our two mat lines that we have here in the factory. We're currently running production, as you see. The process is basically we take a fiber that's been prepped and opened up so that it gets the right type of diameter on the fiber, and then that's mixed with a resin and then laid down on a mat to have an even distribution across the width of the mat, and then that moves forward through first our initial process to kind of size it, and then an oven that actually cures the resin. And you can see that basically comes through the oven. It comes out at the end of the process. That noise you just heard was the cutter that actually cuts it to length. And then it goes up here a little bit further past us, gets rolled up and then packaged for the customer.
So do you have a different machine for each different thickness, or do these machines adjust to the thickness you need to manufacture?
No, the machine has the capability to do we do different weights by how we actually process the material and the speed of the line, but then we can also do different thicknesses and different widths. We have slitters that can cut the material to the different widths that we need, and then the oven can adjust up and down to create the thickness that we need for the material.
Great. About how much of this do you produce each day?
We can do upwards of about 100,000 pounds a day out of our process.
Wow, that's a lot.
It's a lot, that's right.
After that tour, it's easy for me to see why QuietFlex is a leader in the industry. Well, now that we've seen how some of the products are manufactured, let's take a closer look at some of the benefits associated with some QuietFlex products. Joining me now is Jason White, Director of Sales and Marketing with QuietFlex. Hi, Jason.
Hi, Mark. How you doing?
Real good, Jason. Nice to meet you. We've got a lot of products back here. Could you tell me a little bit more about some of them?
We start here with our mobile home flex. This particular product has a 4mm jacket. It has formaldehyde-free fiberglass. Also, our inner core is oversized so that it'll slide over the collars and boots a lot easier. And it has a mill galvanized wire for any type of potential corrosion that may occur within the duct system. This is our UV inhibited product, has a 2mm jacket, has the formaldehyde-free fiberglass, also has the oversized core, and then has the mill galvanized wire. This is our ripstop material. It's a silver jacket product with a scrim actually inside the jacket. Also, we use the formaldehyde-free fiberglass. We oversize the core for easy installation, and then we also use a mill galvanized wire. Then we move to our AMG Flex. Our AMG Flex is a new product out recently. It has, again, a heavier duty jacket compared to the silver jacket, has the scrim inside the jacket, and then we also have the formaldehyde-free fiberglass, oversized core, and the mill galvanized wire for the reinforcing. The thing that's unique about this product as well is it also has an Aegon-coated core so that it inhibits mold and bacteria growth, cutting down on odors and etc. This is a new acoustical flex that we just are introducing. Again, it has the formaldehyde-free fiberglass, the ripstop jacket, the mill galvanized wire, oversized core. all the bells and whistles that our other Flex has, but this one has small perforations for acoustical sound, cutting down on the noise that is running through the system, and the noise is actually dispersed through the insulation. For commercial applications, we just introduced a HPD Flex. This particular product has all the bells and whistles as our other product, but it also has a -2 pressure with a +16 water column. Big benefit for the commercial application.
Thanks, Jason.
Nice meeting you, Mark.
Well, we've seen a lot today about QuietFlex, but there is so much more to see, and to really appreciate all that this organization has to offer, you need to take a Dare to Compare tour in person.